Yeah, good. So what are we doing? Why are we here?
Well, we've made it to Woburn. It's been a while since I was back here actually. Woburn Golf Club, but we've not come to play Woburn or any of the courses that they have here. We've come to the Titleist Performance Centre, which is just across this road and up the hill there a little bit, but so many memories here for me because I used to come here twice a week when I was basically playing full time as an amateur and just before I turned professional, and I worked with a short game specialist here called Dan, and I used to spend hours and hours and hours up here practicing, grafting, grinding, basically ruining my wrist. Through the winters I would come and spend loads of time here. It's not just me that has come to the Titleist Performance Fitting Centre. How many Labradors do you think you can fit into a BMW iX? Because currently we've got 3 in the back here. Wait, what's this? Can you wait? This is Lass, this is Gilas, which is a Gaelic name for faithful. This is Gigi, we call her Gigi, but Gilas. And this is Lass, which is a Gaelic word for flame. My family have got a Gaelic theme going on here. And this is Gilly. Come here, Gilly. Good girl. And we know Gilly, she's quite familiar with my audience. Come here. This is Mama, so she had 10 puppies. The start of the year. Clever girl. Right, covered in dog hair already, perfect. It's been a while since I've had my clubs looked at. I do play enough to need to have a good setup, and obviously when I was playing full time I used to take great care in how my bag was set up. The fitting process is very interesting and very important for every level of golfer, isn't it, Gilly? Yes, it is. A lot of people say, when should you get fitted? How good do you have to be at golf before you go for a club fitting? And the answer is you should go as soon as possible, because if you are a 30 handicapper playing with the wrong clubs, you might very quickly find that if you have a set of clubs that help you improve, that handicap will come tumbling down. And then if you're a single figure handicap trying to get to scratch, again, just having that attention to detail and having the right equipment will really, really help you to make those marginal gains. And I remember the first time I got fitted for a set of golf clubs, and long story short, I went from a 4 handicap with the one and only set of golf clubs I'd ever played with to a +4 handicap in the space of 12 months. And I think that having my own set of golf clubs had a big, big role to play in that. Even on a cloudy day like this, it's quite impressive when you drive in. Sort of clean lines, it looks very fresh. Very cool. Yeah, well, it's been a while since my bag had a little MOT, so right? I'm looking forward to this. I've been, using it as all my excuses. Oh, wow, I've not had a fitting in a while. It must be the clubs. It's always the clubs, right, when you hit a bad shot. It's never pilot error. So this is it, Titleist Performance Centre at Woburn, and it's absolutely obscene. It's pristine condition. This is like, it's like a gorgeous carpet straight from John Lewis. Love it. I almost feel guilty that I'm about to hack it up here with my wedges and things, but I've been across in America on the East Coast, the West Coast, to see Titleist for their fitting centres that they have there. I mean, wonderful facilities, and this is kind of first of its kind in the UK, really, that Titleist have done things to the level that they often do, which is a high bar, and you can see it's a very quiet, peaceful, private setting here. Many of the tour players come and enjoy just being able to dial things in, make sure everything in their bag is set to how it should be, and members of the public can use it. Titleist customers can come and use it as well when they're coming for a fitting from time to time. So you can see they've got different flags set out there. You can work on different parts of your game, and then obviously you can work all the way up to a driver in the distance. And they've got some bunkers and stuff as well, so some short game facilities. It's great to be here, feels good. And here come the motley crew. Straight to the bunker. Greenkeeper's nightmare. Well, once we get food, Ollie, we can actually get them to do things and create some really good shots. But this just makes them look like danger. You know, when I swing it really good, I have a 1 yard fade.
Right, okay.
And it's heaven on earth. And but generally what I'm playing with is like a soft draw.
Okay.
And I think I just have to play with that, you know.
Sure, sure.
I can play well with that. Certainly with the driver, I definitely draw it. And, you know, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. And as I say, naturally, you know, I don't compress the ball massively. I'm not like a cruncher of the ball with my wrist and everything. I'm trying to, actually, when I played with John Ram the other day, not name dropping, but
yeah. You know, I played golf with Liam the other day. So
did you? Same. At Lily.
Yeah.
And John Ram was doing this thing, like practice move before every shot.
Right.
He was going, phew, and I was like, keep it out in front. And so we had a good old chat about it, and I was feeling the same thing, and it was absolutely working a treat.
Yeah, okay.
The first 7 holes, I was actually working on something where I was feeling like this, where I was feeling like I keep the club open, more like Tommy Fleetwood-esque.
Right, yeah.
And it was not working at all. And he was like, give this a go, Iona, just like feel like this.
Right.
And then I flushed one, and he was like, see, you're welcome. I was like, so.
Very cool.
I think in general, that is a good feeling for me.
Okay.
So Nick, tell us a bit about what the lie angle obviously is relative to how you hold the club.
So lie angle we use basically for start line and can help with dispersion.
Yeah.
So obviously you think about face plane tilt, because this golf club has loft on it, even though the leading edge might be square to your target, because it has loft it can point either left or right.
Yeah.
So I'm just measuring it here. So it's two flat, 30 degrees of loft. So yeah.
2 degrees flat.
Yeah, so, you know, again, if somebody was consistently maybe missing it to the left, you might flatten that lie angle just to encourage somebody to start a little bit further right.
A lot of people ask me, you know, what stage they should get fitted, and I say at every stage, you know.
I agree, yeah.
As soon as you can get to fitting, you'd agree with that?
Yeah, definitely, without a doubt. I mean, people, even, you know, we've got this great facility here, and people say, oh, it's probably for the better player, isn't it? Like the scratch player. And I was like, no, I think you could get more gains from a, say, an 18 to a 20 plus handicap than, okay, the scratch guy might be looking at the 1%.
Yeah.
But there's gains to be had sort of for anyone, definitely.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes. That's it.
So
that's my hybrid.
That's now sitting at 23.
That's lovely. I just want that slightly higher flight.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
to be, I just want it to feel a bit easier.
Yeah.
I want the hybrid and me to be like that. You know, that I know I can rely on him. When times get tough, I want to be able to reach for this guy.
Sounds like a plan.
You know, I build these like very emotional relationships with my clubs.
Yeah, I'm getting that impression. Yeah, yeah.
I don't think everyone's like that, but
I'm expecting them all to have names, actually.
yeah, they don't. We're not quite that stage yet, but you never know. On the tee. Right, time has come. The cap's going on, because sometimes when I'm playing without cap, I feel quite free, but all these bits of hair, and I'm just about to take the club away, and a bit of hair goes like. So we're going to put the cap on. Yeah.
Middled.
Yeah.
Nice. So you could see, let's say, through the first few of those shots there, given that path and face relationship, and we saw the ball flight, like it had to be a little toe strike, and when we hit it, depending on where we hit it in the club face,
yeah,
that's going to affect our spin numbers.
Yep.
Okay. So going back to yours there, you know, the way you deliver the club is fantastic for distance. Like you've got that nice little draw shape and you hit it a long way on the up, which is great, which means we can forgo a little bit of spin. But spin is almost your stabilizer, if you like. Okay, so to keep the ball in the air, but not only that, but also keep it on the fairway. Okay, so depending on kind of what the end goal is of the fit for that person, would kind of lead you into, okay, we're trying to maximize distance, we can maybe live a bit more on a knife edge, but if we're looking for a bit more consistency of hitting the fairway and distance, then maybe a little bit more spin wouldn't hurt. Out of TSR, we might find a few improvements, certainly in terms of maybe ball speed, so a little bit more distance. What we have found is a bit more consistency on the spin rates as well. So it'd be interesting just to run through. So we've got a couple of different models. We've got 2, 3 and 4. Just to kind of
2, 3 and 4.
2, 3 and 4.
Okay.
So 3 in TSI was really popular. So TSR3 in terms of its shape and appearance looks very much the same. 2 has got a little bit more shape in it compared to this one here. You can see there's a bit more material through here. So this one looks a little bit more
Airstream
towards 3.
Yeah.
So, and with that, TSI2, the centre of gravity, or the CG, was a little bit further back. So in the new TSR2, it's a little bit further forward, therefore it's potentially a little bit faster.
Okay.
Okay. So we might see a few more players using 2 out of 3 than what we did in the TSI range. The difference is as well, so they actually have a couple of different faces. So 2 and 3. So 2 has got what we call a variable face thickness, so therefore it's pretty forgiving across the face, right? So in terms of ball speed and spin. 3 has got what we call a speed ring, okay, in the face, so a bit more concentrated is probably the best way to describe it. So when you do get it out the middle, you are going to potentially see some gains. And then 4 is traditionally that kind of lower launching, lower spinning, smaller, more compact head. But that has the same...
So is this, would you say, like, just sort of stereotyping, if you like, this is, which is the more of the elite player?
So 4 would be for the golfer that, you know, consistently hits it in the same part of the golf club.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that is so important with the driver. I mean, I remember doing lots of sessions with, you know, just this tape on and just working on. You cannot underestimate the value of hitting out the middle. And right now I'm a bit middle to the toe. So
what I propose we do, I'm going to start you in the new 2.
Okay.
I'm going to use your shaft for the time being.
Yep.
I'll just grab that wrench, Ollie.
Give us the name of some players on tour, Nick, that are using these new TSR woods.
Yeah, so I guess probably the most obvious one would be Cam Smith. You've got Cam Young, so it's a pretty good when we launch this product. You've got
done all right recently, haven't they?
1, 2. So yeah, it's been a pretty good start to the campaign.
To the campaign. See what you did there? See what you did there?
Not my first rodeo.
First hit with the TSR2. Let's give it a whack.
How'd that feel?
Loving that. That is honey. I actually, ironically, had a little bit of hair go in front of my eyeball there, and it still was a lovely shot, so that's quite telling. It felt fairly middle-ish.
Good hit.
Nice, slightly higher ball flight, which I love.
Very nice. That sounded good. Minus the one that had a bit more shape on it, which so it had less spin. But so that carry still was 217. So whereas with yours, the lower ones are sort of 210, 215, but then those other sort of 4 or 5 that we've just seen are 225, 226, 225, like very consistent. And ball speeds, again, like I said at the beginning about this model of driver, really consistent across the board there. So that's working well. One thing which I did, which didn't necessarily
I like the feeling of that, really.
Was again just put it on this setting here. So
that's slightly flatter.
Just flatter.
1 degree.
Yeah, just a notch flatter, just to help you with your shot shape and try and tighten up that dispersion. Let's give you the 3 to hit.
Okay. Okay, so what's the difference and advantage of the TSR3 over the 2?
So The profile of this one, even though it's the same size, it will have the disintegrator will be a little bit further forward.
Yep.
So we talked about the difference in the face earlier, so you can get some potential gains out of that. So ultimately a little bit more ball speed, especially on those centered strikes.
Okay.
It also still got that adjustability.
Oh, that's cool.
The CG track at the back, so again we can kind of dial in shot shape there.
I mean, I wouldn't complain with 14 of those. I'm still ever so slightly off the toe, you know, but
Good numbers for a toe fight.
workable. Yeah, that was out the screws.
Oh, nice, there you go. Look at that, longest carry yet. Very good. There's that increased ball speed, 137. Good spin rate, 2200, carrying close to 230, 253 total. Good start.
Interesting. Yeah, that's nice. Like that. There we go. It's closer to my 94 that I was kind of more used to. That came off the bottom a little bit, but carrying it around 230, 255 total, I'd be delighted with that. I mean,
And you're consistently doing it.
yeah, really happy with that. Love that. Woo! No way. I just feel like I'm getting going now. Right, where's the Women's Open next year? 96 clubhead speed. And do you know what I like about this driver? Is that it feels a little bit lighter. And therefore I feel like I can kind of whip it a little bit. Just feels easy, that. On 40. Hey! Just getting going now. What time do you guys have to go home? There we go. I'm really loving this. This is feeling, what a difference, you know. Different sound. 95, and I'm honestly not feeling like I'm trying to hit that hard. I just feel like it's that the overall balance of that is feeling really enjoyable to hit. John Ram is in big trouble. That's incredible. I pitched up with 90 miles an hour and I felt like a bit stiff and creaky. And I've got this new TSr 3 in my hand, and overall the weight just feels lighter, but it's not lighter, but it just feels a bit more balanced. And somehow I'm feeling like from the top, I'm able to just really turn into it very easily. So interesting. Plenty of height on that. I mean, I'm delighted. I'm so glad I came to Woburn today. That's absolutely lovely. If you get an opportunity to come down here to the Titleist Centre, then I would highly recommend it. Gilly would as well. But for now, we're going to hit the road, aren't we, Gilly? Aren't we, Gilly? She's not in a hurry to leave. Come on, Gilly. Let's go. Let's go. Gilly, come on. Come on. There we go. And we'll see you next time on the road with Iona. That was smooth, wasn't it, Gilly?